This chart describes the percentage of a species of various animal groups that became extinct at the end of the Cretaceous era, which is the Cretaceous/Tertiary or K2 era, the most massed distinction of all time. I'm guessing this was the one approximately 60 million years ago, but I don't know. Amphibians survived, turtles, lizards and snakes survived. The greatest damage was to dinosaurs and to birds also. It's fascinating to imagine how many birds we would be seeing today had there not been that great extinction, as well as marsupial animals throughout the world. In South Africa, this little critter that we looked at earlier, about the size of a dog, Lystrosaurus, represented 95% of all the vertebrate animals found from the early Triassic period. Some dominance by a single animal is far from normal and is an indicator of major disaster. It would be interesting to know why it's an indicator and of what kind of major disaster. Never before or since has the world been so dominated by just one vertebrate animal. These are living fossils, the lungfish, horseshoe crab, various kinds of insects, cockroach we know, but the dragonfly, yes, and the beetle. Of course, the iguanas, and what we can also surmise, the crocodile and perhaps the alligator and the turtle. This is, I'm sure, a recast of sauropod eggs found in Mongolia. Apparently tremendous amounts of material have been found in Mongolia, including most of the artifacts and skeletons that are here. Triceratops, of course. Tyrannosaurus rex, which apparently was endemic to North America, but was called by a different name, Tarbosaurus, in Asia, Siberia, in that area. When giants roamed the earth is just an incredibly appropriate choice of words. And this was not the biggest, this was just the most ferocious. What's interesting is notice here the ferocity of that animal, but the very small arms and hands reputed to have very little strength, not knowing what they were used for because of that lack of strength. Whereas here, much longer. Reputed to be a very fast dinosaur. Arms capable of reaching down and picking up whatever it could off the ground. Protoceratops eggs. How fascinating that we should find this. How absolutely fascinating. And then our famous Velociraptor. And the hooked toenail that they refer to. I don't know whether it's this one in the front, the big one, which just looks like another claw raised, or the one in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, This is the Launceston School of something or other, but what a pretty elegant building, all out of brick. Gives the aura of long-term education. Unfortunately, their additions are far less imposing. And another pretty park in Launceston. Finally starting to get the pronunciation down. These are such a lovely places compared to the barrenness of Arizona in the wintertime to be. It's a Sunday and I took the bus from Hobart, an early bus up here with Red Line. So I got here early, got all settled in. Fortunately, because there's no room in this town, there's some kind of a festival, they call it, here starting, I think, today. And so there's apparently just no room anywhere. But it's a lovely day just to cruise around town. Went to the museum. As anyone who's watching this tape already knows. Now, this is curious what that marker for on this side of what is the body of water. It's kind of scary. And here's some kind of amphitheater. How clever. So with excellent anticipation, they have a plaque at the top here that explains why that wall is there and also why that marker would be on the other side. This is where I am here, and I just came up the stairway right about in here. And so there's the depth of the wall, and apparently this is designed to kick water into the Tamar River as opposed to letting it flow somehow into the gorge. I'm not quite sure how that occurs unless there's some similar kind of wall up in this area here. But it makes a great amphitheater for civic events and carnivals and putting the big shows of any sort at all, or multiple shows. Quite clever. But tomorrow I'll take a cruise somewhere down there and down along this river here. So I've still yet to find the gorge, but we'll keep walking.